So this growth hack is called habit stacking. Nice and simple. Essentially, the idea and the premise of it is, when we've got an existing habit, it's easier to build a new habit on top of that. So there's a lot of habits that we do throughout the day that we probably don't think much of. So like brushing your teeth, one example, I hope. Another one might be making a cup of coffee. That's a really good example. So often we'll just make a cup of coffee and we'll just do it habitually without really thinking about it. Now say your goal is that you want to start drinking more water. With habit stacking, what it tells you to do is build that habit on top of your existing habit. So it's sometimes known as pairing. So for example, you already make a cup of coffee. So to build this habit on top, what you might say is, before I make my morning coffee, I will make a glass of water. And then what you're doing is you start pairing and stacking them habits together. So then what becomes habitual is, you know, before you make that cup of coffee, you will also make a glass of water. And that's just one example. If we think about journaling now, because this is what we're talking about, we want you to build the habit of journaling. We want you to get into this practice of doing it. So it might be, after I eat my evening meal, I'm going to spend 10 minutes journaling about my day. And then what happens is you build that habit of, you already have your tea every night, but then after you have your tea, you sit down and do some journaling, and then before long, them habits come together and they piece together, and it becomes this overall habit anyway. And it's just said to be an easier way to build habits into your routine. So think about how it's relevant to you. There's many different examples, but if you're looking to build a habit into your life currently, is there somewhere with a habit that you've already got that you can integrate that and make them work together?